Mods here, and we're back again with another video. Before we start this video, I just want to give Snap Johnson a shout out. I really do appreciate you, man. You come back, you give me suggestions of things that just dry. You tell me things that work for you and things that that just works, in the fishing community and this type of right now when it's warm outside. So, and I appreciate all you guys, but he just takes the time, and writes me, tells me what works and all that. But really, I appreciate all you guys that just keep coming back and watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. So, speaking of suggestions, you guys suggested a certain type of thing I should use. So I took the time and I went out to Academy earlier this afternoon, and I bought a couple, and I bought something that there's a hunting cabin that I go to, and there's just lily pads, grass stumps, and it's filled with all that good stuff. So I went ahead and I bought me a popping frog, to add to all the 800 I already have. So I went out and I bought me, I hope that's a good camera, I hope it's not too dark, but I bought me a popping frog. As you can see, it has the two tails down there, so that's good. But the thing that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is y'all told me I should get some that's what, man, I don't know. Y'all told me I should get a chatterbait. There we go. Sorry, I forgot the name for a second. That's bad. Chatterbait. So that's what I did. I bought me a couple chatterbaits, as you can see. This is kind of a pumpkin, a green pumpkin-ish kind of color. This is the original chatterbait. But as you can see, it has the blade, of course, as all of them have. This one has the blade, So that's the first one I bought. Was kind of a greenish, pumpkinish color. That's the first one I bought. I call this one the bluegill. I also bought another original chatterbait. It's a blue and black one. Of course, same one, same brand. Of course, it has the original chatterbait engraved and stamped on there like that. So here's the other one that I got. And then the third one I got, I don't know what you would call this one. Another chatterbait, same brand, the original chatterbait. This one has some orange stripes on it. Has some white, clear orange stripes. It has a greenish pumpkin looking look, and then all kinds of colors right here. You can see that orange dots on it. But of course, again, it has the blade. So, I know the video I posted yesterday of me fishing. That wasn't me really fishing. I just really wanted to get out there and go fishing and try these frogs out that I got. But there is a place, like I said, that I do have where it's perfect for these frogs. Especially the lily pads. That's where I know frogs are known and really good for. And again, when you're frog fishing, you want to have that kind of coverage, and the stuff that you need. Like, you're going to need some grass, grass the area. And if there's any grass or lily pads up close to the, bank, throw it across over there. Throw it onto the bank. You don't got to worry about frogs getting caught because, believe it or not, I actually threw a frog when I was down there fishing in a tree, like on the top of a tree, and all I did was, pull it a little bit and reeled it down, and it just fell straight down from the tree. But frogs, one thing you need to know about frogs is don't be afraid to throw it in places that you're not going to normally throw a bait, because like I said, these frogs right here, the way these hooks are, on the backs, and the example of this, well, I have a frog yeah, it's this one. This one has hooks on the side right here, this little one. Now, if you can see that. But the frogs, frog hooks aren't like this. Like these, you know, the way you would do a normal bait, say, is, you know, you hook it through the head like that. Fishing with frogs and fishing with normal plastic bait, see? So, frogs just go through the water, but pretend this is a tree or a grass or a stump or something. There's nothing stopping it unless you get the, unless you get the type of hooks that have the stoppers. But, you know, a tree, you're pushing it through the water, and this is oftentimes what happens, and it gets snagged, and you have to end up, you know, popping your line. But with frogs, so you can glide that through anything. Like I said, if it gets through a tree, it's not going to get stuck in grass, lily pads, nothing. And I was actually fishing one of these one time, just like this. And I had thrown it into the middle of lily pads for whatever reason. I was trying to get it close, but it ended up landing on top. And yeah, it got stuck in all those lily pads, and got, you know, I ended up getting it all, popping it and putting new leader and all that back on. But the good thing about these is you want to throw these where you don't throw a normal hook. That's the great nature about a frog, is you can throw it where you don't normally throw things. Because, like I said, the big fish are going to be where you don't normally want to throw things. So the big fish are going to be in the lily pads. The good thing about a popping frog or a, where'd the other frog? I don't know where he went. Anyways, the good thing about frog, there it is. These frogs are lily pads, grass, stumps, falling down trees, all that kind of stuff is great for frog fishing. That's where you want to throw it. Wherever you think a frog would actually be at is where you want to throw it. So like I said, back to the bank, if there's some grass or whatever, throw your frog onto the bank and then just pop it in the water like a normal frog would do, and the fish will attack it. But these are meant for, you know, the grassy areas, the stumps, you know, the limbs, low-hanging limbs down in the water, the grass, the lily pads, number two, that mossy, dirtyish, moss in the pond, lake, or whatever. Throw it in there too. Like I said, you can't get a frog snagged. It's indesnaggable. You just can't get it snagged. But like I said, I bought three. I keep forgetting. Three of them. Chatterbaits. There we go. I keep forgetting the name. Chatterbaits. I haven't normally fished, like I said, with chatterbaits or frogs, but around here, they're lily pads and all that. And so you guys were saying that the chatterbaits is what was really working and what y'all were catching the fish on. So I bought me three of them. Just like this. Call it the shower look right there, but that's that one, this one, and the pumpkin green is what I call it, that one. So those are the three chatterbaits that I bought, and I bought them because y'all were saying what works good. And I bought a popping frog today, like I said, and the popping frog, in times when you're fishing and the water's rough or it's windy outside, and you need something to get the fish's attention, a popping frog or a chatterbait works really good because it makes that vibration in the water, and that reflectingness and that spinning is gonna work really good in times like that. Just fishing a worm isn't really gonna work for you when it's windy or whatever. Get the fish's attention. Throw you a chatterbait, throw you a jig, throw you a spoon, throw you a frog, popping frog. Throw something that would get the fish's attention, that would make a little noise, which, in times like that, chatterbaits work perfect. Popping frogs work perfect. you know, fishing, it's just a thing that learn what they like, you know. Learn, you know, when it's windy, when the water's rough, you know, what am I going to use? Chatterbaits work good in the winter, the fall, and things like that. But also learn what works best in different kinds of weather, or whatever you want to call it, seasons. But chatterbaits, you know, normally you would use them in the winter. Normally you would use them in the, you know, people use them in summer now, but fall. But they work, they do, hopefully. According to y'all, they work good, so that's good to know. And then, like, chatterbaits, what other type of bait would I put? Well, first, things that could go into the chatterbait selection would be a jig, spoon, and I would say a popping frog. Definitely. I don't know. Definitely a popping frog would fit in that category. You know, but the thing that the popping frog, the jigs, and all that have in common is that, you know, it's nothing too crazy, but it's enough to get the fish's attention, and, you know, hopefully they'll come exploding out of the water, you know. I would say pond and lake. I'd say pond, creek, and maybe lake if there's the right kind of, you know, stuff that you would throw a frog. If there is, then definitely, you know. But yeah. So, you know, y'all just tell me what y'all would think I should get, or what y'all think would work good. Because like I said, you know, y'all were saying that, you know, that the chatterbaits were working really good this time. So I bought me 3 of them earlier today. And I also had to get me a popping frog, you know. I wouldn't consider myself a frog fisherman. But, you know, I like, you know, just fishing, you got to change it up. You can't just always throw worms. You're not always, you know, like, and also it depends on what your setup is like. You know, is it mossy? Is it dirty? You know, and when the water's stained or not clear or really dirty or and stuff like that, throw you a chatterbait. Because when the water's stained and dirty, you know, the fish might not always, you just throw a worm, even if it's a spinning worm, you know that. But in those kind of setup like that, where it's dirty and stained water, throw you a chatterbait in there, and I guarantee you'll catch a fish. Throw a popping frog. If the water's nice and clear, heck, throw a worm in there. It doesn't matter, you know. Throw you a imitation fish in there. You know, throw you one of them, throw you a bright worm, throw you a popping frog, you know. But when the water is stained, throw you a chatterbait in there. That'll get them going. And also, you know, even if there's lily pads, frogs, and lily pads, the grass, stumps, and all that, hey, you might decide to throw a worm, and you might catch 10 bass. You know, don't always go by the rules in the books. Change it up a little bit. You know, there's even ways to add other baits onto a chatterbait cheaply, and it'll work. And, you know, it works great. You know, and I saw this today. I was watching some fishing videos of these fishermen. They were talking about a frog. They were talking about frogs, and I saw the frog that they were using, but I'm for sure at Academy and probably Bass Pro. I saw that Academy. But there's this white, just plain white frog, just like this. You know, just plain white. No dots. No nothing, just a plain white frog. And what he would do is add little details, like he put a little red right here, and just add little details to the white frog. You can even customize frogs, but anyway. But I did buy 3 chatterbaits, as you see right here. 3 chatterbaits. I bought a black and blue one. Put that back up. I don't know what you'd call this. It has purple, some blue, some yellow, some orange, some light blue, green. But I call this the pumpkin green. But yeah, y'all just leave some advice of what works good for y'all, and I'll get it and I'll test it out if I don't already have it. And if I don't, I'll get it and I'll test it out, see how it works for me. But I do appreciate you guys, telling me, giving me advice, when to fish, what not, when not to fish it, what I should try out. Because if you guys think I should try it out, I'll try it out. I'm really excited to try the Chatterbaits out. I'm really excited to use the popping frog, but I do appreciate you guys giving me some advice of what I should try out. I really do. Snap Johnson, man, thank you for giving me some advice of what I should try out. But soon I should be fishing Saturday, so I'll definitely make a video of that. Might even try to live stream out at the lake. But I do appreciate you guys' advice. Do appreciate y'all sharing that with me. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new, thank you for stopping by. Subscribe if you want to see more fishing videos, car videos, and Jesus videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave any comments. Like I said, like you did, Snap Johnson. I appreciate it, man. Thank you guys for watching. Be safe, be smart, and be back here for the next. I almost said next week, for the next video. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.